To ask ourselves who we are today in comparison to who we were 4 years ago is nearly impossible. The day we walked into the halls of De La Salle, we agreed that today was our ending. The time when books would close and the last, let us remember, would be said. When I decided to attend De La Salle, I knew that I was entering a family. Upon stepping into Ms. Ackerberg's room each morning, I grew deeper in my understanding of who I was. Falling and fumbling through freshman year trying to find myself, I found my voice. For those 55 minutes, I was the teacher of my own faith. My curriculum was based on stories built on the importance of my name, the passions that enraged me, the culture that had shaped me, and most importantly, the room to dream of who I wanted to be. In that space of empowerment, I knew that the numbers being calculated, health terms memorized, and biblical verses interpreted were worth something. We're all in preparation for who I would become. They were the 300-plus shots on the weekend at the Sal, the 100-plus goal kicks at Kenton Park, simply preparation. We took different paths to get to this moment. Some of us realized early on the importance of narrow ways of evaluating intelligence, metrics that do not understand our stories. Do not measure the hour bus rides and having to care for siblings. Do not measure days in and out of work to support not only our dreams, but the reality of today. We are the names our ancestors muttered. We are the names that rise to accept high school diplomas for the first time. The names that rise to hold our parents' names as the first in college, legacies that stand to become lawyers, doctors, nurses, engineers, scientists, artists, athletes, and most of all, LaSallians. Today we take a step that begun those first 2 years, and today we mark on this ground before the gaze of all of those who sacrificed, gave, toiled, and fought for us, that our preparation and our devotion to our futures is not just valid, but accomplishable. Thank you. Our second valedictorian is quite a shy guy, and he does not always feel comfortable talking. But at De La Salle, we all know that as a family, we always have each other's back, so I will be reading his words, but these are Anthony's words. As we entered into sophomore year, some left. Some enrolled, but many of us stayed. Throughout the year, we struggled, we made mistakes, but we continued onward. It wasn't always about the end product, but the time, effort, and hard work we took to get there. As we progressed and matured through the year, we further strengthened our bonds and came together in a shared LaSallian faith. Let us not forget to remember and recognize all of our families, teachers, and peers that helped us get to where we are today. Regardless of the different paths we decide to embark on, I know each of us will go on to do great things. Thank you.
Junior year is when reality starts to set in. We are thrown into Ms. Weibel's universe, Ms. Rector's lesson books, and if you aren't lucky enough to get Ms. Brunning, you drown in Z's reading packets. We get to finally exercise the privileges of being upperclassmen, but we're too stressed to even understand that we're still 16 and 17. Sorry. For those who don't, amongst the rush of school, work, and other activities, we went on a Quantu. For those who don't know, a Quantu is a 3-day retreat during junior year that forces classes to bond on a deeper level. We all have the mutual understanding that what is said at a Quantu stays at a Quantu. So, in the middle of Muddy March, we load up in yellow buses off to Camp Howard. Think of it as outdoor school for the soul. The nice thing about a Quantu is that we get to get away from the stress of everything. We all get to eat together, we play card games or have dance battles. We listen to staff and the student leaders share their stories. Some of us cry and some of us don't. Some of us snuck out, but some of us slept. Personally, I felt like junior year was when I really started to appreciate my class. Sure, there's high school drama, and sure, some of us were frustrated by the activities, but there was this level of respect that we all shared for each other. We suffer through the stress of school, but we stress and suffer together. We all have that commonality which allows us to grow and stick together. There's that saying that blood is thicker than water, but I think that our class is thicker than water. Maybe what holds us together isn't blood or water, maybe it's the mud that we all walked through at Camp Howard.
Senior year was my favorite year of high school because it pushed me to understand who I was and what I could do. Prior to this year, I never thought I'd pass an AP calculus class, let alone graduate with a 4.0 cumulative GPA. I never thought I would wrestle, and when I did, I never thought I'd be good. But one of the things I took away from this year was a mindset I wish that everyone had. You should never underestimate or overestimate anyone you face, but you cannot do these things to yourself either. No matter how easy or hard something's going to be, if you are willing to work harder, even harder than you ever have, no one can stop you. You have to be determined to get anything you want in life, to win a match or to graduate high school. You have to believe in what you want and hold true to it. You have to believe in who you are and what you have to offer. No matter what is in your way, if you want something and will work for it until it's yours, it's yours. Life will challenge you, and there will be times that giving up sounds better, that you'll want to take a day off or lessen your dreams to make them more attainable. But don't do that. Reach for impossible things and impress yourself with what you're capable of, with what you maybe never thought you could do. There is a lot we have yet to learn and face, but this group of people knows how to work hard and aim high, and I'm sure that whatever we dream of becoming, we will be. Thank you.